I realize
From Buffalo
it
Bills
is
Stadium
it
in
is
Orchard Park, New
week
York.
14, game number 15 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Buffalo Bills. We are at Orchard Park in Buffalo, New York. Now let this go and see all after the game.
We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway in Buffalo. Taking in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead the Steeler offense.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. He's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. He can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. first and 10. It's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Then to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Then he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
About 54 touchdown passes in 2 full seasons at the University of Wyoming. Coming out of a junior college, I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And that won't buy much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On second down now, it's Conner. And a nice job at break free with 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here now, Roberts. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't called before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Fitzwilliams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Bills send the punter out. As he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Heavy set out there on third and one. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's got a first down of inside of midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and points result. We'll call this play significant.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop in behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll start it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had that line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This is their 3rd drive, right? Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Singletary to get the drive started. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. He sets to fire. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 54 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You know, guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy that plays tight end at Jerome Barrow.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time? Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Big Ben of the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando with Jonathan Coachman. We'll have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good out of steam going.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he will have the Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. They'll get this to Connor underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They got it. They got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen finding Knox there complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop them with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Micah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on us, the field goal unit, to see about getting 3 points. The kickball pass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the mobile big man quarterback, Josh Allen. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded in the end zone, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 29, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Running Lynch run a premium in the first half, was able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking aside or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you put field position. Bomb with the punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start with a give to counter. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You tell him wanted to get that ball downfield, but nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward to get what he can.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Out to his left. They'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", that showed the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
All right, Bart, I'm a defender, but again, express my admiration there. Move it around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Allen now on first down. He's going to take off with it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They will run with Singletary. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. It's an 8-yard pickup that leads to a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before this series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A quick throw to be caught by Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the moment trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, Allen sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of grounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great fence, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And Oliver in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Roethlisberger to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. Ebron's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They needed a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
That almost like opened up the time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
I
loved
certainly
the
did. I
defenses.
certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Alright guys, there you have it. The Bills winners over the Steelers, 10-7. I'm gonna end this stream and I'll be back tomorrow for another live stream. So please like and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, mate.